honor to the Most High Yahweh in the name of His Son Yahweh Shai. We are Hebrew chosen elect. We are here with today's Shabbat lesson. This will be an Obadiah breakdown. This probably will be a part 1 and part 2 exclusive. We fellowship here at Rose Hill Community Center, classroom 110B, our Shabbat class. And we're about to get into the midst of it. We'd like everybody.
If everybody got a yeah, let's go to the book of Obadiah. It's only one chapter, so book of Obadiah, verse 1. And you know, this just goes along with the whole spirit of, and you know, we know the depth to the book of Obadiah and see and examine the prophecy of how we're going to be delivered from Edom and the prophecy of what the judgment that's coming on Edom.
Cool.
Looks like it's somewhat of a delay, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's a delay.
That's all right. Everybody can see that. Can't really see that. Oh, you can see a little bit. Yeah. That's all right. It's good enough. Come on, we good?
The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith Yahweh our power concerning Edom.
Stop right there. So this is the vision that the Most High has given the prophet Obadiah, who Edom is to the Most High. We're going to stop there and we're going to go to the book under 4 to see how the Most High feels about Jacob and then his our evil brother Esau. And we're going to see that this prophecy, you know, some people might think that it's talking about just the land, or some people might think that it's talking about just the sole person Esau. But that's not true. When it speaks of judgment, and it's also speaking about a certain people on this earth, and we're going to see in the book of Malachi who Esau is as a people, who the Most High considers him.
I forgot the Bible dictionary.
It's all right. We don't need it. We're going to get some proof. What are you looking for? I might can look it up.
I was going to show the definition of Edom according to Zondervan's Bible dictionary.
All right, we can. I can see if we can look it up.
Cool.
But we actually going to get it right here.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 2 and 3. I have loved you, saith the Adawan. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith the Adawan.
So real quick, this is kind of Most High speaking through the prophet Malachi, saying, like, you basically, the way that we were acting, the way we go after other guys, the Most High is like, you know, we're pretty much saying that, you know, we don't believe the Most High loved us. Because if you read Malachi, you know, the priest was kind of scoffing at the sacrifice. We wasn't finding value in serving the Most High. So that's why the Most High through Malachi is proposing this question, right? So that's why he says, I have loved you, and we say, wherein hast thou loved us? So now he's going to tell us how we know that he loved us. Go ahead. Was not Esau.
Said the Adawan, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau.
Well, it says, hold on, go back to was not
Esau Jacob's brother?
Uh-huh.
Saith the Adawan.
Yep.
Yet I love Jacob.
Yet I love Jacob. Go ahead.
And I hated Esau.
And I hated Esau. So, even you guys was born through Isaac, and I loved you, but I hated Esau from the birth. Go ahead.
And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
Uh-huh. So he's in past, he's laid Esau's heritage waste. And we're going to see some photos on that. We're going to see the ancient land of Edom and how it's laid waste today. Then we're also going to see how today's Edom that's been rebuilt up looks just like Esau's Edom of antiquity.
Come.
So he said that I've laid his mountains waste and for the dragons of the wilderness. Go ahead.
Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
He said, we'll return and build the desolate places. And we're going to see that's where we're at today. Esau, through history, he's rebuilt Petra. He's rebuilt Edom. He's rebuilt Basra. Where's he rebuilt it? Here, chiefly. And also in all the other places that he's conquered, it's like it, all over the earth. He's been rebuilding, and the Most High has been letting him rebuild so that he can get built up, and then the Most High bring him down.
And you got to be high and mighty in your heart to think that you're going to rebuild something that might be big-headed to think that you're going to bring something back, and the Most High then said, I'm going to destroy this. And this is the Most High saying this to you, and you know that he keep his promise of every word that he say to you.
You're basically, and it's going to go to it in the chapter, but you're putting yourself up in the place of God. Just like during COVID, the governor of New York came on a broadcast in an interview about the vaccines or the death rates going down, stuff getting lessened, not being as bad. He said this wasn't God. God didn't do this. We did this. And that's Esau. And the same thing as him saying here, like Yakanan just said, you got to be really high-minded for the Most High to say he's going to tear something down, and you like, nah, we're going to build it up. Basically saying, who is the Most High? Basically saying, the Most High ain't nobody. Go ahead.
Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will of wickedness.
So read that again. They shall call them. Just to re-clarify, the prophecy in Obadiah, the prophecy in Malachi, when any prophecy against Esau and Edom, is not talking about just Esau that was born out the womb, twin to Jacob. It's talking about his descendants. It's talking about his nation, his people. Esau is talking about his people.
And there you see the word them meaning plural, more than one. So it's definitely talking about the descendants and what's going to fall upon them who are the descendants of Esau. Them.
Go ahead. So he said, and they shall call them.
And they should call them the border of wickedness.
The what?
The border of wickedness.
The border of wickedness. Esau shall the earth given into the hands of the wicked. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And who's the last reigning kingdom on earth? Esau. Let's get it. Go to Lamentations chapter 4. Lamentations chapter 4. Verse, I think, 21. And then we're also in Ezra.
Lamentations, I have 4, 21, 22 highlighted.
You got, what's that?
Lamentations 4.
Yeah, 4:21. Con. Lamentations chapter 4, verse 21. Also, this verse is important to know because if Esau ain't the last reigning kingdom, then this has us in slavery is Edom. And this is what we're going to see here. So read that.
Let alone that, this is the seventh captivity, and that seventh captivity represents completion. Yeah, I mean, so that's the completion of all the captivities that we're going to go Hamashiach. The book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 21 and 22. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunk.
So what cup is that? So the cup that we sip was the wrath and the curses. So the same cup we sip, it's basically the same thing. He's letting us know the same thing he let us know back in Deuteronomy chapter 30, that once we come back and we're brought back and we're saved, that the curses go on them. So yeah, which is the curse. Go ahead.
Thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity.
You see that? So it's the last one. He'll no more you get carried away into captivity. This is the last one for you. Go ahead.
He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
Okay, drop that. And now we can go to Second Ezra. It's the one, I believe it's Second Ezra 6 and 9. Yeah, the Jacob is the world coming next. Esau's the end.
Okay, let's start at 7.
7 works.
The book of Second Esdras, chapter 6, beginning at verse 7. Then answer times. And this shall be the beginning of the times where we will be delivered. So it says, then answered eyes and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. And that's symbolic of Jacob being the one to bring Esau down, or us having our hand in the neck of our oppressors.
Right.
And he said unto me,
It's also shows that, yeah, you came out first. You might be first, but I'm right behind. I'm right on your heels. Cool. We use that term in the world. I'm on your heels. Yeah, from birth, Jacob was on Esau's heels. Like I'm the ruler of this world. Huh?
Wasn't Jacob called the supplanter?
Come.
Right. That's what his name means. The supplanter. Come. Go ahead.
And it's like it. Then answered and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hands held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
See that? So Esau is the end of the world, Jacob is the beginning of that follow. Because after this captivity, there shall be no other captivity. Back to go back to Malachi. Wherever we left off. We left off at Malachi 4 and the border of wickedness. Okay.
They shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness. And the people against whom Yahweh have indignation forever.
So, unless the prophet Malachi was wrong or a false prophet, there's no way that now, like, just think about, what the Christians say with Paul, that Esau, he's good now. Christ came and Esau is good. All the nations are good. The Most High said through Malachi, he said that the Most High, that's never ends. So Paul couldn't have been saying that Esau is good now. And even Paul, he reiterated, and what he do? He quoted Malachi, and he said, so that's this is the photo of Petra today. We just read in he said what it said about lay your heritage waste. Read that again, because while we look at it.
And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste.
So this is Esau's first mountains and heritage. And what's it called? Petra?
Good.
And Mount Seir. The water. This is Mount Seir and caves. The same way before they came up out of the Dark Ages, they was in the caves of the Caucasus Mountains. We see that it's the same thing here in Petra. And that the Most High, he laid it waste. Read that again.
And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
Heritage, and the Most High, he said, coming out of Egypt, he said, basically for us to leave Edom alone, because he gave them that inheritance. Look at that. But what's that look like? Rome and DC. All the same people, the same buildings. Here's another one. Here's a good one. We're behind a little bit.
Show you all the same columns and infrastructure.
All the same columns and infrastructure. Where's that?
Right there on the
Oh no, that's a.
Oh, that's my. That's this here.
No.
That right there.
Yeah.
That's the computer screen, but
Okay.
it's just like the same infrastructure of Rome. I didn't want to get too many, but I got some DC. So come down. Tell me. Don't worry about that one. It ain't low. Now it's the DC Capitol building. DC
Same
Capitol
columns and
building. Look, it looks like that rock. Got the square windows. We just looked at them holes in the rock. We just saw. And you got the columns. This is exactly what we just saw on the rocks. Why, if they're not Edom, why would their stuff be exactly built the same way? Why wouldn't it be built like, give me a place. Russia. Or yeah, is that where they got them, looks like the ice cream tops? That's Russia, right? Why wouldn't it look like that? Or what about out Asia? It don't look like this. Like the ruins of China and Southeast Asia. But they chose this and everywhere. Even I think out downtown by Rodney Square, I think they got exactly. And the next same exact colors. Keep going. It's coming up. And also, everybody here has been to DC, right?
Cool.
Yeah, and every building, what they got up there? Every building they got idols. Idols all over every city building. You got idols up on the window cleps, and you know.
And then mostly every courthouse.
Every courthouse. What's that? Then you got. They also do Egypt. You got the obelisk in the back.
It's called an obelisk.
Obelisk. Yeah, so this is Rome, this is Egypt, this is Babylon. Babylon in Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 38 says the land of graven images. So like that's why I brought up, you go down DC, every single building has graven images. Every one. So that's enough on that. We go back to Malachi. The people against whom the Lord has indignation forever. And then from there, real quick, let's go to Amos chapter 1, verse 11 to see that indignation.
They shall build, but I will throw down.
Okay, read that. And then we'll go to Amos 1:11.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh have indignation forever. And your eyes shall see.
Okay, pause. So now go in. He says, Yahweh. Why does he have such indignation for Esau?
The book of Amos, chapter 1, verse 11. Thus saith Yahweh, for the transgressions of Edom, and for
three transgressions,
turn away the punishment thereof. Because
so once again, forever, I would not turn away the punishment. Go ahead.
Because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity.
Ever indignation against who? The Most High Creator, God of the universe, the worlds, the you got indignation against who he loves. So punishment. The indignation is forever on Esau. Read 12.
Verse 12. But I will send the fire upon Teman, which shall devour the palaces.
So this main palace right here. This main palace. Wait. Read that part again.
But I will send
Independence Day. The fire's coming down straight from this sky on the White House. They got that from the Bible. And they chose the White House because they know. Go ahead.
But I will send the fire upon Teman, which shall devour the palaces of Basra. Mm-hmm. And Basra represents the chief places of Edom.
And this is the capital of modern day Edom.
Okay. Thus, and I...
Okay, drop that. Drop that. I got some more images real quick, though. The perpetual hatred we just read about. That's what all this is about. He said, says stop race mixing. But but it's okay when they the picture though. All that was about stop they getting our women. And we got how is these niggas in the dirt taking our beautiful pure women. So they was killing, they was protesting, they was making unjust laws to stop those things.
And it's funny that they was pushing stop the race mixing back then, but now that they seed is drying up and they're not able to reproduce, they try to push the swirl, and they trying to push our women get in with the so-called white man, and trying to push that we ain't successful enough for our women so that they can mingle their seed because they can't reproduce because their chromosomes is weaker than ours. So they trying to put their seeds in our women's womb because we rich in fertilization.
Yeah, did you say they're not reproducing? Yeah. Like that's statistics say that they're not reproducing like they should.
They also everything that the weapons that they put against us, like it says, no weapon formed against us shall prosper. They put these Planned Parenthoods and Planned Eugenics in our neighborhood, and then they wanted everybody to be liberal, and their women decided that they was going to be liberal, and they was getting more abortions now than our women are getting abortions. And so all this stuff that they plotted on us, that them backfired on Edom, so them drinking from the cup.
Mm-hmm. And this is what we're looking at. That's the cup. This is why they got to drink to the cup. But they got 100 filthy Edomites on this one Israelite. And he looked like he don't look like he looking for trouble. He probably is just headed to the store, get some milk. Nah. You know, look at that. Got that's the Egyptians hit
And actually from the styles and these kids.
right. Yeah, they look and they protesting against it. But what you just said, that's not a small number. 600,000. That's like 600 high schools.
So who wanted whose woman? Is the question.
Right.
Oh, they definitely was raping the so-called black and Hispanic women.
I mean, we can go to the Bible and we can see the Judith was so beautiful and had Holofernes drinking more than he ever drunk his whole life. And then lost his whole life due to the beauty of a woman, an Israelite woman.
White woman is raping the black man.
Oh yeah,
10 times more.
Yeah.
Than the white man is raping her.
Yeah, you seen Mandingo?
They produce more babies.
You ever seen the movie Mandingo? Master was taking our women, but the white lady, she had the was it Ken that was coming in or a different one?
It was Ken Norton.
And Ken Norton coming in there at nighttime to give her that thing.
They did it a lot worse than the men did.
Yeah.
And they had a lot of.
I mean, we know women are like, listen, like everything might look good on the outside, but the bones in the closet, you know, they busting out.
Yeah, but they're
not going to present that image in like, you ain't going to find a bunch of these like black and white pictures with white women and the same way they all like people that doubt the Bible or the Exodus. Oh, it wasn't on the why would they paint that? Every nation, they're going to leave a history that makes them look great. Mm-hmm. They're going to leave like, if they're going to take some damn tools and engrave it into a metal or a rock so that it's always there, they're not going to engrave how they was destroyed. So the same way, you're never going to see those images. No. You're going to see the other though. They're going to try to tell you that yeah, we was getting all of y'all women, but our women was pure. Nah.
They had more Israelite babies than they had than
Right.
had the heathen babies.
Yeah, like look at today. So think about today. You got technology. So you got phones and cameras and messages spread like that. So think about you look at what they do today, right? So back then, where it's easy to keep secrets, things can be, nobody can catch it. A quick flick of your phone camera of you going into the back room with Ken Norton Sr. So it was definitely going on even more. Because who you can do things back then and not be caught.
And in the movie, just to land me back on what the brother saying, man, if you don't do it, you're gonna get killed. Damn if you do it, damn if you don't. He knew he wasn't gonna last no matter what. He was gonna see death because
really logically think about it. Theirs. Man, they was keeping these white women because it looks bad. The mixed slaves walking around. Whose babies are those? Oh yeah, they ain't trying to have the other owners know what's really going on. Like in life, who's that baby's pappy? They ain't trying to have that.
They said, look, Thomas Jefferson had like 17 babies by Sally Hemings.
Yeah, right.
6 to 8 Israelite women had kids on.
Oh, he had other women too, so he had a bunch.
He died from pneumonia because he was running down there in the shed at night. He can't stay in bed with his white woman down there.
Mm-hmm.
Israelite women caught cold in the shed, couldn't shake it and died.
Judgment. Bam.
That's their fault. Right?
And now they can't reproduce. So they was doing most of the reproducing, but now they not. What happened? But yeah, where we at? We can go back to, I think we back in Obadiah. We left off, we have heard a rumor. Back to Obadiah, everybody.
The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith Yahweh thy power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. So
an ambassador sent amongst the heathen. So talking about a rise in battle against Esau. So what do we see today? An ambassador, who knows? Well, I know everybody knows. Somebody tell me, what's an ambassador of a country do? Basically goes and talks on behalf, like, look, we don't like what you're doing. We need you to get in line with this, that, and the third. Or if not, we're going to team up with so-and-so. Or, we want the same weaponry you got. If not, then we're going to go bomb little old so-and-so. Right? So now, though, what do you got? Now you got BRICS. That's, who's heard of BRICS? Everybody's heard of it, right? So real quick, I'm going to read it. It stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. But then they also got a couple more. So it says BRICS, because that's how it started. So it started out BRICS. These 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different nations that ain't really feeling USA being in charge of the earth and how they ruling us and making decisions for everybody and telling us how we got to run our country. and who we can do deals with and who we can sit at the table with. We don't like that. So they got together these 5 top one. First, not top. You got Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran. Who's bombing Israel right now? Iran. Who was already popping off against Ukraine? Russia. Who doesn't like China? China's got a problem, right? They like that belongs to us. The U.S. is like, we can use that. We're in cahoots with them. We can use that island to put some missiles pointed at you to make sure you act right. Or if you don't act right, well, we can return, but we can use them. They're our friends. They're our allies, and China ain't feeling that, right? South Africa,
they did try to kick the white man up out of there. What's his name? Julius Malema. They said shoot to kill the board. That's talking about the white man. He said we're gonna kill them and get them up out of here. They were singing that amongst the crowd. Yeah, I mean, he ready to get them up out of there.
And also South Africa, I saw their president after the Israel and Gaza Strip thing popped off. They wasn't too happy about Israel and ain't trying to deal with Israel in any type of economic dealings no more. They're trying to, the same way Kanye got blackballed, South Africa is trying to blackball Israel. And you got all these powerful nations. Brazil, they ain't talked about a lot, but they got a large majority of it.
Their resources iron, and that's why they called Brazil come from the biblical Hebrew word barzal,
right,
which means iron. Have an excess of petroleum as well that they're trying to keep and covet. And then you got Ethiopia on there, which has never ever been colonized by any European nation at all. Yeah, I mean, so Ethiopia, just to have them to stand with them, that means a lot, And plus, they got some of the original scriptures over there too, so they definitely know who's who according to the scriptures.
And then think about Russia. Think about all them rainforests. A lot of them rainforests haven't really been, cleared through. So they got, even speaking of the more deep in them jungles, that hasn't even been tapped into yet.
Huh.
And then, like you said, you got Ethiopia, powerful nation. You got Iran. You got United Arab Emirates.
Yeah.
What they got? They got they got a large hand in the oil
and gold.
They got gold. They got Dubai, which is like the most popular new big thing in terms of new cities being built and everybody wants a piece of.
Shoot, what's the I can't remember what's the in Saudi Arabia. They've been hosting a whole bunch of sporting events over there. They even had the soccer over there. Like they doing big things.
Also, I saw earlier in the week they're trying to get some college students that play football like NFL numbers. So they're trying to really do big things, and they trying to do all this without being under the hand of Esau, under the hand of the U.S., even though Esau is in some of these countries like Russia, still the same. That don't mean nothing. You look at the Greeks, the Romans, Esau still. So if I'm not the top Esau, I'm going to go against my brother Esau to be the top Esau. So you got Russia, you got Putin, and his ambassador is being sent amongst the heathen, and they're saying prepare war, because you can't run in and take over a drug organization without bodies. It's the same way with the world stage. You ain't taking over.
Hundreds of days
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Didn't last year they offered NBA player James Harden $1 billion more in plays?
Most likely, like I said, they trying to get the college football thing, paying them NFL numbers, because you know the U.S. they started paying college football players and basketball players a nice little chunk, especially compared to it used to be nothing. But the Arabs, they're trying to top that.
Yeah, they're trying to kill the market over there.
They're trying to kill the market. Yeah,
I hope they do.
yeah, and prophecy says that the market's gonna fall, so it's looking like most likely they are. It's looking like the prophecy they're the Most High is moving his hands. The ambassador has been sent and is amongst the heathen, preparing them for war. That's why they together. They got this bridge. Other countries are being added.
Just imagine this was a cohesive measure when Muammar Gaddafi was alive. How this would have affected who was ruling and doing what in the earth against Esau. Just imagine that. Yeah, I mean, this would have been devastating. Like almost 20 years ago to the economy of the U.S. and the economy was already failing too. The housing economy, Monsanto taking over everything with their crops and everything. You know, it would have been devastating to what's going on right now. Worse for us.
No, because we ain't got nothing to lose.
No, you're talking about us as the U.S. He's talking about us as in us.
Yeah.
But let me keep reading real quick. Originally identified to highlight investment opportunities, with their governments meeting annually at formal summits and coordinating multilateral policies since 2009. So they teaming up. And who's U.S. got? They got the UN, and you know, it's only going to be like political clashes for so long until it's already turning into altercations of wars, to different battles between this nation, India, and who'd you say? Pakistan, Iran, and Israel, Russia, and Ukraine. Bilateral relations among BRICS are conducted mainly on the basis of non-interference, equality, and mutual benefit. So they're not on a basis of non-interference. They don't want that interference. Whatever you got going, you're trying to tell us we're not hearing it. We got our own thing going on. We're gonna make our own money. We're gonna keep you. You're gonna be about to be ready. Yeah, I could probably look it up.
What would happen if they start? Start producing opportunity for us as the so-called black people over here in the music industry.
Well, some people are going to jump at that.
That's
definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, they have been.
Yeah.
Well, they have been jumping at the Q, her back for the LGBTQ. And that's weakness too, because they have never ever negotiated and passed up a terrorist for any type of ransom Q. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, it's sickening.
They teaming up. They look happy. They ready to step on Joe Biden and them. They ready to step on Israel.
They like, let's
they ready to step on Ukraine. They ready to step on anybody in the way.
So that law they made a few years back that like Saudi no
time Slovakia Gaddafi's money at the so if he gave Farrakhan that type of money,
allowed to collect it.
Yeah.
All right.
Behold, I had made thee small among the heathen.
Despised. So you got out of the BRICS nation, China. It's the most powerful ones. Taiwan thing said they warned the U.S. of war over military aid for Taiwan. See that? They said the president of China, he said it's an act of shooting oneself in the foot, blasting. That's Taiwan. The president, he's saying that you doing that is like his people. We're not playing. We are not little. We got a bigger army than you. Everything that you sell over there is made over here
in Taiwan. Yeah, how you going to try to seize a place that's literally owned technically by China, and you getting premier imports from them? Like, I'm pretty sure you could
plan or China.
Yeah, like that's
one
foolishness. You trying to make war with these people?
Look, then you got Putin. Putin ready to pull that trigger on. Putin ready to make this happen. And we got a delay over there, but this nuke cloud explosion. This is what Russia's ready to do, and China too.
Putin is KGB. Like, what are you thinking? He's not playing with you. He's not finna to play with you.
Yeah, he's not. Could cause catastrophic war between global nuclear powers. See, so they're not playing. They ready to pop that gun. All they cohorts. The Most High is bringing Obadiah to reality amongst the heathen.
That's right.
Go back to verse 3.
Verse 3, the pride of thy heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart.
And we just saw that we already know they came from the Caucasus Mountains. We saw the ruins of Petra. Even now, they love to stay up in the mountains.
And they live high up in these skyscrapers in the big cities.
Right.
They the ones living in the high rises right here in Wilmington, Delaware.
Exactly.
Right down by the riverfront. They the ones living in the high rises. They the ones living in the clefts of the rocks.
Right, here we go. Got some folk. Read that. Thou did. Read that again. 3 again.
Thou that dwellest in the cleft of the rock, whose habitation is high.
So who's, like you just said, like you just brought out, whose habitation is high. Ever since they came here to America, they've been building these. You know, we had the technology to build all this, but when they came here, they saw a flourishing society, but you didn't see this. We wasn't building dwellings trying to be above the world and feel like we are God. That ain't what we was trying to do. We're here, but this is where they make their habitation at. And we can't even afford to live in them. So you just look around. Everything is lining up in the prophecies and the scripture. Esau is. You to say that they ain't Esau, you guys say that the Bible is a Harry Potter book. Either if like it's even some Israelites that believe if what they see for themselves where they live at. Like Esau has Jacob in captivity. That's the bottom line. If not him, if it ain't him, then that means it's another captivity. Edomites, tell them people that stuck in that lie, tell them to get ready. 1619 is coming again. It's only the one or the other. So, verse 4.
Verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
And who exalts themselves as the eagle? But who today? America.
Yep.
The so-called white man.
Rome was the eagle.
Rome is the eagle.
The third right.
The Edomites, Esau's so his name is Quos. And even Josephus talked about him, that they was worshiping this dude. So it's legit. Their God was named Quos. Hebrew, that's one language. Was the national God so Quos was the national God of the Edomites. He was the Idumean structural parallel to Yahweh. They wrote Yahweh, but yeah, Yahweh. So this is their version. That image didn't come up. Okay, it's okay. That was just an image of it was a Rome. So image just passed. It didn't. You can look up eagle on Roman coins if you want to see it. It was a Roman coin. Looked just like the back of a quarter, but it said Rome on it. Looks like it kind of looks like. Anyway, look on his head, her head.
No beard on the face.
Yeah, or womanish looking man. Look on top of the head though. What's that?
That's right.
On the top of their false god, parallel, as they put it, their version of Yahweh. Bring it up to date. What they do today, they take what they call Christ God. They think he is Yahweh. So they doing the same thing today, really, their attempt is the same thing today with the false Christ image. How? Because they say it's Yahweh. They say Christ is Yahweh, and they say that pink, blonde-haired, blue-eyed devil is Yahweh Shai, who they think is Yahweh. So they do the same thing there today, and you see that eagle. Same thing today. What's the animal? The eagle. It's on top of all the flags, on top of all the buildings, all the assemblies. You got the eagle. As we see, all the way back of antiquity, Esau was dealing with that eagle. So then I got an image of the U.S. dollar just to show quarter. I mean, and you know, we all already know I could have found 1,000 images, so I just got this one, and I really got it with the Roman coin. So, like I said, when you got a minute, look up Roman coin with eagle on it. You'll see it's just like it's just like this, except for where this says United States, the Roman coin says Roma at the bottom. Just so like Edom, Rome, United States, all Edom. It's all Esau. It's all the wicked that the earth was given into the hands of. We can go back.
Verse 4. Though thou
exalt
thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down to the ground.
And hold on, let me see if Discord got it. Nah, but I should have got that. But there was a quarterback in the day, I think they had made with the eagle landing on the moon, right? The eagle landing on the moon and had the stars behind it.
And Slacky, when I was growing up, before I came into the knowledge of any camp or whatever, I was taught that the stars was the 50 states. You know what I mean? So they have put their nest in the stars, literally,
right,
with the stars being the 50 states. You know what I mean? And territories surrounding the Bahamas, the Virgin Islands, Hawaii, and all the Polynesian islands, so on and so forth, Puerto Rico, Cuba, and moving on. Yeah, I mean, they have put their nest in the stars, literally.
Yeah, that means they go up among us the beautiful stars. Right?
Yeah, also.
And you know, we know that this is some BS right here, this moon landing. But still the same though. They made the whole world think so though. They won the whole, so they perpetuated this lie on a major level. You go to like any little museum about their like an air and space museum, DC. You're gonna see all tons of. They got little moon rocks. They say are from the moon. They got the little, you know, debris from the, you know, when it comes back into the hemisphere. What's it called? Not hemisphere.
It is.
Yeah, hemisphere. It like burns up. They atmosphere. They did a whole lot to perpetuate this lie. But what's the purpose? Because it said the pride of Edom. Their head is high, so they did this. They put all this into this lie to make the world see them, and they seem so great because they feel like they're this great, and they also don't value truth.
See where they got the flag at? In the middle, down at the bottom.
Right here.
Yeah. You see the wind blowing the flag.
Yeah. Like where the wind come from? Where'd the wind come from?
And where's the cameraman? Where he at taking all these pictures?
Right. But so we know that this is BS, but the world, even most of it, or some of it at least, still believes it. But when this happened, though, the whole world believed it. They really became like looked at as something really special that held a honor amongst the whole world when they did.
I did teach in school that even if you couldn't make it to the moon, you still would burn up because it would be too hot for you to get on it.
Right, it should, since they say that it's closer to the sun. I mean, right? That's common sense, but we know everybody ain't got that. Everybody don't got it. But yeah, so
it's the lesser light, but it still burn you up.
Mm-hmm. But it just shows who they are, who Obadiah is talking about. Because they did, that's what they're trying to do physically when they build them skyscrapers. The same thing that Nimrod was trying to do, trying to go up to heaven.
It's satellite program.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's, yeah.
That was another
and I don't necessarily, I'm not a non-believer. I believe they got satellites, but we know that they're not where they say. They say they're out of the atmosphere. We know that if they're satellites, they're inside the firmament. It's just really high. And so I believe it because, shoot, the way we passed Russia. So I believe they got satellites, stuff up there, flying around, just not where they say it is. Out of the atmosphere. That's a lot. Mm-hmm. And you think about it, it probably is like up there probably is like the air ain't the same. It's probably like you get to a certain height, you probably can just float or have like satellites just floating around. I mean,
the gravitational pulling
is so damn high. But we know they lied and they said that, yeah, well, we got us we're amongst the stars. We set our nest amongst stars. We landed on the moon. We got our satellites. They're outside of the ozone layer, the atmosphere. Yeah, we know it's false, but that's the pride of Esau.
Huh.
If you ain't got nothing else, we can go back.
Verse 5. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Will they not have stolen till they had enough?
So if thieves came, if robbers by night, would they not have stolen till they had? So a regular robber would just steal what they need and leave something. Keep going. It'll say that.
If the grape gatherers came to thee, will they not leave some grapes?
Like your regular thief, they're going to steal for what they need. They're not going to steal everything. The Esau went around and they're still trying to take everything. Esau wants the whole world. Like every bit, they want control of it. It's like that movie King of New York. He said, nickel is sold in the part. I want my part of it.
Huh.
That's Esau. If a grape is sold in a market in Australia, out next to some kangaroo nests, I want my part of it. Go ahead. Matter of fact, what about that covered fields? Ain't that Habakkuk?
Yeah.
Let's go to Habakkuk real quick.
It's Habakkuk chapter 2.
This is Habakkuk. He talks about him too. It's another prophecy. Like, how can you deny who this is talking about?
People love these slave masters.
They love it. They love the slave master. They love lies. They love death.
A whole lot of stupidity.
Go ahead to 3. Go or might as well start it. Just start at 1. We'll breeze through that first part.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved.
Mm-hmm.
And Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables.
So, and we're reading the vision of Habakkuk. Slagia right now. Go ahead.
That he may run that readeth it.
Uh-huh.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time. But
and it's for an appointed time, meaning in the future. Go ahead.
But at the end it shall speak and not lie.
So when you read it and you see it unfolding and we see it in our face, this prophecy is speaking to us and it's telling us the truth. And we're seeing the truth. And it's not lying. It's not, this prophecy ain't a lie. We see it happen. It happened. Go ahead.
Yeah, and there's no way that you can deny it.
No
Seeing
way.
it with your own eyes. After
Right.
you're reading this, you're seeing it come to fruition right in front of you. This is prophecy that was written then that's coming to fruition right now. But for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
Mhm.
Behold.
So first and foremost, Esau's soul it's not upright in him, and it's lifted up. It's lifted up because it's not right. So everybody that's waiting for Esau to get right, that says Esau's soul ain't right. He's not going to get right. So you can think that Esau is a part of the kingdom and salvation and all you want to. It's salvation still has requirements. Don't it? Well, you're going to be sitting waiting for that requirement to be reached for a long time.
Very long time.
Because it's not something we have control of. This the Most High didn't give him the soul we got. Didn't give him the spirit we got.
And you can think that he's talking nice to you in whatever church congregation or to you with him, because they've already plotted against you on how to destroy you through these denominations. It's going to be anti-Christ.
Yeah, like is anybody Lord somewhere and then follow thinking everything's cool, like you're gonna I don't know, sell something, and then you get there, and then they take it from you. Might be a drug dealer, it might be somebody that's selling something online. Don't gotta be illegal activities, but you're lured by them. What? Putting on a facade. What thief is just gonna say, "Hey, come meet me here. I'm gonna rob you." So yeah, they can talk nice and they can pretend to be friendly and have a care for your movement.
Yeah, they had the so-called, what's the dude? Oh man, we had 2 Jewish guys run down to Mississippi with the black guy. How we know what happened to these 2 Jewish guys? We know they found the black dude, but how we know what happened to these 2 Jewish guys? They was the one with the money. Then we forget that they the ones who funded the slave trade and stuff like that too.
Right.
And don't too much of anything happen to them in regards to the legal system. So how we know what happened to them? We just know what you told us.
What about just wanting to be a part of the movement because they had a problem also with how we don't like the way we treat y'all, so we're not with them. But you let the Black Panther Party go down though. You didn't do nothing to stand up for that. You didn't. Martin Luther King still got assassinated. Malcolm X got assassinated. Everything that's any type of real type of threat, I'm there to stand up for none of that. Because it's got to be our way. And our way is going to keep you on the bottom. But we'll be nice from time to time. Give you
and they got to remember that Hashatan is going to use messengers of light. Mm-hmm. I mean, and these people are coming as messengers of light. We're going to overcome this with y'all. You're not going through the same things that we're going through. You can't relate to the things that we're going through. The punishments that we're going through are not applicable to you, but you are going to drink from the cup of these punishments when they turn on you.
Yeah, one of the scriptures says is the words of his mouth was smooth as butter.
Yeah, we can read it.
But
it's coming up.
Oh, it's in there. Okay, then let's keep reading. Salagi.
Speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Behold, his soul which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell.
So that's him taking over. He's trying to take over all lands, all people, all worlds, all realms, all nations. You name it, you got to have it. Go ahead.
And is as death.
And wherever he goes, death follows. He brings death everywhere he goes. He brings disease. He brings the sword. He brings what else?
Famine.
He brings famine. He brings natural disasters by doing things to the earth that the earth wasn't made to do.
Whoredom.
He brings death everywhere. Go ahead.
And cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all peoples.
Mm-hmm.
Shall not all these take up a parable against him?
And that's what they're doing now. But see, we came here for that. He gathered unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. See that? Go ahead.
Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
See, that's what BRICS is about. That's what all these nations finally getting fed up about. That's what we're reading in Obadiah. It's about. Go ahead.
How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? Blood, and for the of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covenant to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil.
And he also thinks that by doing these things, and that by gathering up all these nations, and by gathering up all these armies, and setting his nest on high, he can be protected from the evil. He can defend against God. He can fight against the angels and chariots with this space program that we're under today. And it's like the beginning of this chapter said, when you see, you can't deny it. Anybody that denies it, they still under that still slaves. They haven't been released. Most sides still got them under them chains of darkness. Because it's plain to see. Everybody here see it, right?
Come.
Go ahead.
Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber, and stabbed for shitty by iniquity.
Every city was established by iniquity. By this. Okay.
Worry themselves for very vanity, for the earth shall be filled with the knowledge.
Real quick, so that question, he said, is it not of the Lord of hosts that they do all these things for vanity? So all this nation building, this conquering the world, this taking every resource, and being on top of every people, and being so great, and having the world think that you can go to the moon and you can space travel. He said that it's for vanity. For nothing. He's letting it for vanity. The same way he let Pharaoh get lifted up for vanity, just to bring that woe to them. That's why you're doing all this for vanity, just for woe, which is destruction to come upon your head. But this will happen. Verse 14.
Verse 14, for the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of Yahweh, as the waters cover the sea.
So at the end of the day, the Most High's word is going to fill the world. The Most High's knowledge is going to fill the world. Not Esau's knowledge, not his science, his mathematics, his false history, his false pride, his false gods. Just the Most High's knowledge. How to grow crops the way the Most High made it. How anything the way the Most High made it. Judgments, the Most High's judgments. The law of the Bible is going to cover the earth, not Esau's U.S. law, not Esau's Russia law, not the Rothschilds' money laws. Or they're really controlling the governments really everywhere else. So all these different laws, all this facade and this basically matrix is going to be no more. Just the knowledge of the Most High. The truth will cover the earth.
And that puttest thy bottle to him.
So woe to Esau for making Jacob drunk and telling Jacob get drunk, actually do drugs, drink these lies. Woe to him.
Have these philosophies.
With these philosophies, these religions, these false beliefs of not being worth nothing.
A man can be a woman now, and a woman can be a man now.
Right.
A man can be a dog or a bunny or whatever the hell, or a child or a toddler. All type of foolishness.
Freedom to be yourself. Be a dog, like you said. You can be a dog, a cat. You can be a woman if you're not a woman. It's all I go. Planned Parenthood.
Your body, your choice, right?
Yeah, your body, your choice. All this is the drunkenness. But
Thou art filled with the shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of beasts.
We can go back. We got
violence of Lebanon is afraid because of all that dwell therein. What profited the graven image that the maker thereof have graven it? The multi-image and a teacher of lies.
who's the biggest deceiver on earth? He's a Bozier. Right.
The multi-image and the teacher of lies that the maker of his work trusted therein to make dumb idols. Woe unto him that saith to the wood, awake, gold and silver, and there is no breath at all in the midst
Brought life to this false god.
and the parallels with that are of our precedents. That was given.
The false image of some people went like, first off, the movies, but they got little cards and stuff. They brought life to that image. When people think they're talking to God, they see that image in their mind.
Let all the earth keep silence before him.
All praises.
Let me get that Psalms 50. Yeah.
Pull that up. 55 and 20.
Yeah. We're going to start there.
Okay. Go ahead.
He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Cast thy burden upon Yahweh, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved.
So who is that talking about with the smooth words? That's talking about Esau. That's talking about America.
Yep, and the sword, that's his gift. Hold on, let's finish it out. Yeah, then you get a precept. But thou, Yahweh, shalt bring them down into the pit of destruction. Bloody and deceitful men shall not live out half their days, but I will trust in thee.
That's what we're reading. That's what we're reading in Obadiah. That's what we read back at. Where you at?
Genesis 27.
$27 and 30 something.
38.
38. Go ahead, bring it out.
Oh, I got a precept for that.
Okay. 30. It says, let's let you know who's dealing with the sword here. It says, and Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but had one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me. Also my father, Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, Behold, thou dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of the heaven above, and by thy
Go ahead.
by thy service thou shalt live, shall serve at the dominion that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Keep reading.
And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith when will I slay my brother Jacob?
Let me read. The book of Obadiah. How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of the confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with
Was at peace with Esau. They was all at one time. Everybody was at peace with America for the most part. Go ahead.
And prevailed against thee, that they eat thy bread, and have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau?
And how is he doing that today?
Then he just getting stuck. I wish you had a video to show it. Yeah, I mean, you can see him. Like, Mitch McConnell don't know what to say. The wise men being destroyed right before your face. What's the other lady?
Not Condoleezza.
No. She's been in there for Democrat.
Rose Hill If I wasn't using my hotspot, getting some. Just watching online difficulties. The devil is always at work, but we're gonna push through. And I was here. While you grab it back up, I'm still talking about it. The photo that's pulled up, and it's really just to show it's us back into the truth of who we are. That is one of the main ways that Esau is being searched out, and what the scripture said is being brought low or something.
How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of the Confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. They have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. That they eat thy bread and lay the wound under thee. Mm-hmm. There is none understanding in him.
Right.
Shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh, even destroy the wise men?
Coming back and find out not just about who we are, dipping into the knowledge who we were and read the Bible. How come you don't spin in a circle? Because who told us? Esau told us. But the Bible says that the earth is still. His wisdom and his knowledge is being brought, is what we just read.
Huh.
What did it say again about it? The exact words said in
Shall I not in the day say if Yahweh even destroy the wise men out of Edom?
So the wise men, and they're being destroyed.
And understanding out of the mountain of Esau.
Understanding from Here we go. The image of the because that's all we are. We just servants doing his will. He's doing all these things. He's bringing this lie out. Most High through us brought out Leonardo da Vinci. Taking this devil Caesar Borgia and drawing images and coming up with the right one and painting it and telling the world that this is the Savior. This is the Yahushua named Jesus. That's the Esau's wise man is being brought down. The men of understanding are being brought down. The history teachers, the science teachers, the geography. I had some more. I had corner. I wanted to put them up, but they didn't download right.
Verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. And the day that thou stoodest on the other side, I skipped it.
Well, you read 8, you didn't read 9.
Verse 9. And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed. To the end that every one of Mount East
got to do with that. Whoa, this got to do with the end. All of it up under the vine tree, like the whole Mount of Esau. It says every one may be cut off by slaughter. Go ahead.
In that day,
verse 10.
Verse 10, for the violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee.
So all the things that, what's that book with for last week we was talking about how they in the 100 years of lynchings book talked about the brother that was lynched out at Price's Corner, all those things for the violence against your brother Jacob. Ask yourself, so who else did these things, this violence? Who's had a perpetual hatred and violence against so-called black people, Hispanic people, Native American people? It ain't the Chinese, even though all nations did have a part as at one time. But I'm that perpetual to the Arabs was bad, but it wasn't this bad. Because it wasn't 400 years, was it? They didn't bring smallpox. Death don't follow them everywhere they go. They actually even try to live some type of some type of moral standard, even though it ain't it. So he said that every last one of them would be cut off by slaughter. Go ahead.
And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. For the violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee. and thou shalt be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side of, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem. Even thou was as one of them.
And not just that, and Ezra said that they was with the Babylonians, but they burnt the temple. Go ahead.
But thou
Should we
shouldest
get that? Let me see if I can get that real quick. We got time.
Yeah, we got time.
I think it's the first Ezra.
We got 10 minutes. there's no
Right.
what's his name?
Akia.
Uh,
The Babylonians into the temple.
We stopped at 1 and 11.
Huh. Obadiah, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces and foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day of thy brother that he became stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Neither shouldest thou have stoodest in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. Neither shouldest thou remain in the day of distress. For the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head, where all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall be as though they had not been. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of
so on the
shall be deliverance.
All the nations.
On the Mount of Zion shall be deliverance.
Doesn't say Moab.
On the Mount of Zion shall be deliverance.
Right. It don't say Ishmael. It
on the Mount of Zion shall be deliverance.
Yeah, hold on. Right. It don't say Ishmael. It doesn't say Moab, Ammon. It doesn't say Japheth. It says the what?
On the Mount of Zion shall be deliverance.
And that's who? That's us. Go ahead.
And there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions.
So everything that the land, the matter of fact, 2 Ezra 6 and 55. Read that real quick. This is the possessions of Jacob. I got it. 2 Ezra 6 and 55. All this have made us the world for our sakes. We can go back. That's the possessions. So when it says the house of Jacob shall possess their possession, it's everything. Everything.
That's right.
The whole world, Craig. Go ahead.
And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble.
You see that the house of Jacob is a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame. And we're going to be taking down Esau. Let's go to Ezekiel 25 and 12.
Verse 12. Thus saith Yahweh thy power, because the Edom have dwelt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh thy power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and I will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
You see that? So where it says that Jacob shall be a fire and Joseph a flame, or did it say Ephraim? Either way, northern kingdom, southern kingdom, both taking out who? Esau. Go ahead.
And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury. And they shall know my vengeance, saith Yahweh thy power.
Go to 2 Ezra chapter 13, verse 2, verse 1.
The book of 2 Ezra chapter 13, verse 1. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. Slakia. And I beheld, and lo, that a man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled.
So who's this talking about? Yeah. How was that? Go ahead.
Of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice.
Hold on. So whenever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice. So yeah, but what we just read, is it like X-Men? He's just blowing fire. Like, is it Godzilla, but it's your house shot? All right. Follow me though. So read Obadiah real quick. Go back to Obadiah. You got to help. Go back to Obadiah.
And the house of Jacob shall be a fire.
So the house of Jacob shall be a fire. Go ahead.
And the house of Joseph a flame.
The house of Joseph a flame. Jacob represents Judah and southern kingdom and Joseph, right? So they shall be a fire and a flame. So now go back to 2nd Ezra 13, where we was at. I'll read it. Go to back to Ezekiel again. So we're going to be the fire and the flame. So 2nd Ezra said, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burnt. The voice what? Saying, Ezekiel. No, exactly. Ezekiel 25, 14. Read that.
And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to thine anger and according to my fury.
What?
According to my anger and according to my fury.
Whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, they burnt.
That's right.
Whensoever the Israelites got instructed to do my anger, my fury, they did my anger. Saw.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jeremiah 51, 19.
Before you read it, let's finish this. Can we finish this 2nd Ezra? My pens are in my bag. I remember which one, Mark.
I wanted to mark all of it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Why, sis? Go ahead. Okay, so and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burnt that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. So go ahead. I just wanted to finish that out. So where we at?
Jeremiah 51, 19 through 23.
Let me go there on the screen for you read it. Jeremiah 51.
19 through 23.
And what we just read, remember we just read before his voice went out, he said the thousands of heaven gonna come with him. So who's that thousand of heaven? That's the hell. You said verse 23.
We can start at
20.
20. Jeremiah 51.
This goes right with it. It's perfect. Yakna, you want to read it?
Where we at? Hold on.
Jeremiah 51:20. It says, you want me to get it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Jeremiah.
Oh, yeah, we got that on the shirt.
For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. And with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. With thee also will I break in pieces man and woman, and with thee will I break in pieces old and young. And with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock, And with thee will I break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen. And with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers. I'm going to read 24. And I will render under Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evil they have done in Zion in your sight, saith Yahweh. And we know that's talking about Esau today. We know that's what we're reading about in Obadiah. It all goes together. So that's what it's talking about when we go back to Obadiah when it says 118. Let's go from there again and keep going. So back to 118. That's what it's talking about.
The book of Obadiah, chapter.
How is Shai going to come back? He going to do his thing. Because remember that we also got to remember the part where it says he was sword was bathed in heaven, and he gonna tell him to hit that, bang on that, step on that. Yeah. I made it light work. Go ahead.
And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh have spoken it. And they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, and they of the plain the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim, and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead.
We're getting everything back.
And the captivity of this host of the children of Israel shall possess that of the Canaanites, even unto Zarephath, and the captivity of Jerusalem, which is in Zarephath, shall possess the cities of the south.
Mm-hmm.
And Savior shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be Yahweh's.
Man, who was them say?
Come on.
If Most High, if we make it to 144,000, is who that be. And then also the rest underneath of them. 144,000, and then the rest of Israel underneath the 144,000, ruling over top of the rest of the nations of the world. That's left over.
We have another one in Psalms 109, 14 to 17.
Bring it out.
Psalms 109, 14 through 17. Let the iniquities of his father be remembered with the Lord, and let not the sin of his mother be blotted out. Let them be further because that he remembered not to show mercy, but persecuted the poor and needy, that he might even slay the broken in heart. As he loved cursing, so let it come unto him. As he delight not in blessing, so let it be far from him.
Okay, go and let's end it out. Go to Jeremiah 29, 11 to 14. Let's end it out there. That was in Obadiah, right? No, in Obadiah.
Where'd you start at?
Psalms 109.
No, I know, but where'd you start at? 14. Okay.
We ended Obadiah.
Yeah, we ended Obadiah.
All right, let's end it out here at Jeremiah. It goes with this visual I pulled up.
Okay.
But this is, see that visual on the screen though? That's what the world to come looks like, right?
Who's that address? Jeremiah what?
29, 11, 14.
For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith Yahweh, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Then shall ye call upon me, and ye shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you. And ye shall seek me and find me, when ye shall search for me with all your heart. And I will be found of you, saith Yahweh. And I will turn away your captivity, and I will gather you from all nations and from all the places whither I have driven you, saith Yahweh. And I will bring you again into the place which I caused you to be carried away captive, because ye have said, Yahweh have raised us up prophets in Babylon. Know that thus saith Yahweh of the king that sitteth upon the throne of David, and of all the people that dwelleth in this city, and of your brethren that are not gone forth with you into captivity. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, behold, I will send upon them the sword and famine and the pestilence.
Drop that. But the point was in 11 to 14. I wanted to end it out with that because, we're in the middle of Passover. And Passover represents coming back to the Most High, like praying under the Most High, hearkening unto the Most High, passing over from the old ways and putting off the old man into the new ways and putting on the new man. Let's remember that as we celebrate the Passover week. If you ain't got anything else, we gonna end it.
Nah, I think we pretty much covered everything.
You want to do the closing out announcements?
Once again, this is we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to the Most High Yahweh in the name of His Son Yahweh Shai. Greetings to the 12 tribes of Israel who are scattered to the four corners of the globe, and those that are watching around the world. Once again, this is Hebrew Chosen Elect from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. On Shabbat. And if you would like to give any alms or free will offering, you can give at hashtag Hebrew Chosen Elect on Cash App. We will have a closing feast, and you will be made known of it if you're a part of the media congregation via text. And we will let you know of upcoming feasts that we'll be having also. And if you have any questions or any concerns, you can hit us up on Facebook. If you'd like to catch any of our older lessons, you can catch them at Mikael 7 on YouTube, HCE Reloaded on YouTube, Hebrew Chosen Elect 2 on YouTube, and HCE Red Pill Reality also on YouTube. And you can also find some of our older lessons also on Facebook at The Rise of the Chosen on Facebook.com. And with that being said, Kwam Yasharallah!
Kwam Yasharallah!
Kwam Yasharallah!
Kwam Yasharallah!
Kwam Yasharallah!
Kwam Yasharallah!
Hashem Yahushua!
Hashem Yahushua!